Hello, my name is Prime and welcome back to this episode of ATS Showcases, and today we are driving this Western Star 57X from here in Glendive, Montana, and we're going to head down to Billings, and we're hauling some propane today in our ownable gas cistern trailer, and I am driving on the official 1.47 release for ATS. It is now out, and I'm a little late to the party on that, unfortunately, and I'll get into that in just a little bit here, but I've got my custom gas cistern trailer here today with the little wing on the back, and the red, white, and blue decided to do a different paint scheme today, and I think it looks quite nice. And of course, engine and transmission mod is within this truck today, 600 horsepower Detroit DD16. So hopefully everyone's doing well. I certainly am. Let's go ahead and get on our way here. It's good to be back here in ATS. There's a little bit of a hiatus for me, not anything crazy, at least when it comes to the regular deliveries, but a little bit of one. And for those who are offended, I do apologize, but I also don't apologize because I needed the break a little bit there, because there was some other stuff going on that I had to prioritize. But we are here now, and that's all that matters. And so we've got a few things to talk about today. One thing that I'll be completely transparent with you is that I completely forgot to actually pick up the Steampunk Paint Jobs pack before recording this video. I'm just remembering that now because I was going to talk about it and actually have it on the truck, and I completely forgot to buy it. So that is on me. So hopefully in the next episode, Prime gets his brain into gear and actually, preps a little bit more for this episode. I wanted to do actually a delivery like this where I did a different paint scheme more than just, a kind of more standard color, I guess you could say. I mean, I guess I'm not really throwing it out there that much with the red, white, and blue, but it's a great combo. We're here in America anyways, in the US of A, so the red, white, and blue is a good way to kind of pay tribute to that in some sense. But yeah, we're here up in Montana. I was honestly going to go down into Texas, but then I remembered that with the B-double configuration of these trailers, you can't actually go into Texas, at least not from my knowledge, so that way I keep it more realistic and I don't get in trouble by the way stations. We're up here in Montana, and it's nice to be up here in Montana as well. It's going to be a little bit more of a highway delivery-ish. I don't want to really say that it's going to be completely, but I have a feeling it's going to be more of that. But I think it actually works out with this truck. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm sure you guys are more than aware, we're in the 57X day cab, the Western Star. So it's more of a highway kind of class of truck, not really a, well, let's just call it big brute American truck, if you want to call it that, for those who are a little bit more classic in their tastes. It's no Kenworth W900 if you ask me, but it is an amazing truck nonetheless, and we've actually got the advance for the green here, which is quite nice if you ask me. So let's go ahead and roll around here. The trailer does follow quite nicely. That is the nice thing about these B-doubles. I have noticed that they do tend to follow not too bad. They do trace behind you quite nicely. I don't know if that's just my kind of that's just my interpretation of it, but I think they handle quite nicely, so I don't mind that at all. You may notice that there's quite a few bumps and some different stuff like that. I have kind of embraced actually the different camera shaking and movement of the more recent American Truck Simulator times. I actually like how more realistic it is, and with the feedback that I've gotten from, well, the different features in the comments from you guys, I have decided, you know what, let's kind of roll with it. And so I think it's actually a nice addition. There's more body roll. There's just a lot of other nice things that I must say it's great to have here in ATS. So let's talk then about, well, obviously the Steampunk Paint Jobs pack. Unfortunately not on my truck today because, well, I forgot it, as I've already mentioned. But let's actually talk about Oklahoma. We've had another blog post on Oklahoma, that being the road networks, and kind of coincidental as we are, well, driving on it, no duh there. But the road networks for Oklahoma is, well, once again, amazing screenshots. Really shows off the balance and what they're going for in the Oklahoma DLC. I say balance in between highway and the smaller or back roads, as some people may want to call it. I often call them like the county roads. Nonetheless, the smaller kind of two-lane road versus the highway, it's nice to see a bit more of a balance coming out in the newer DLCs. I think we can all agree that that's the kind of stuff that we want to kind of see more, not just all highway, for example, and not even in some sense, not just all little county roads. It's great to have a good balance between the two, and that's something that I do appreciate about the upcoming DLCs. Now, I don't know if I'm just going to do a little tangent here. No, I'm just going to have to go to exterior view here. I need to hear. Oh yeah, the engine's still running. Okay, I think it's just I have my headphones turned down a little bit for this delivery today, so I think it's just I couldn't really hear the engine sounds that well. I'm saying that this is probably a pretty insulated cab, so the little bit of movement that we're getting here in the road noise would be actually quite realistic, because this is a more modern truck, more than not. So I would imagine it has some pretty nice sound dampening within it. Anyone who's driven a 57X in real life, let me know what it's like to drive the truck in. Is it a little bit more on the quiet side or on the more loud side? Obviously, it depends, I guess, on what roads you're driving on too. That does play a huge factor, and you know, tires and so on. But let me know what you think about the truck. Is it a nice truck to drive or not? I'd like to know. It's kind of actually curious. I've never driven one. I've never obviously driven one in real life. I'd love to at some point, but unfortunately, it's just not in the cards right now. So let me know. That'd be great. Anyways, where was I at? Oh yes, Road Networks, Oklahoma. There's a nice balance, and that's something that I like to see. Of course, there's plenty of interchanges and bridges as well. That's all good and dandy there. Oklahoma looking so great so far, and of course then Kansas is coming after that. And I must also say thank you to everyone who has been kind of, well, ultimately supporting the amazing where all the interaction we had on the what's coming next video for after Oklahoma and Kansas. It's honestly kind of like an old reliable around here on the channel, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't like doing the speculation content that much, but you guys really like it, and it's not really, the way I do those videos is not to be clickbaity or really that speculative. It's honestly just giving my opinion on what I think could be coming next, and then listening to you guys, or giving you guys a safe space just to kind of put your thoughts in the comments and get a whole bunch of different recommendations and opinions on stuff, and that's really, really cool. There's, and I mean, you can go check through the absolute ton of comments on that video, ranging from different opinions and thoughts and what they'd like to see coming in American Truck Simulator, and way down the line what would be really neat to have. But a general consensus is that Nebraska probably is the next state, unless if I'm completely forgetting what the overall kind of comments were. But as far as I know, Nebraska would be the next one, and a few of you actually pointed out that there could be even assets within American Truck Simulator already, and that have been in American Truck Simulator for some time, that relate to Nebraska. So that is actually a really neat thing, and that's something that I always enjoy with those videos. You get all these cool detectives kind of putting out their details and their secrets on what they found within the game. So that's always stuff that I enjoy checking out. And I mean, the videos do well, but that's not the point, honestly. I do it for being able to share what I think, and then also giving you guys a chance to share what you think. And it turns out well, and that you guys seem to enjoy it, so I'll continue it as the DLCs continue on, because I mean, it's also fun to do, let's be honest. Kind of predict it to the future. There's no harm in doing that. But I don't like saying, you know, this will be this will be that without it being confirmed. It's a very dangerous road to be going on. Some people enjoy it, and some people like to create it. That's their own opinion on that. Again, I have my set of opinions on it, and kind of my, I want to call it channel morals, of what I like to follow, which of course ultimately align with mine. But long story short, that's basically as far as speculation that I'll ever go. So for those who are new around here, and there's plenty of you, that's what you can expect around here. Of course, lots of fun. Try and have some realism in there as well. Do some different games, not just American Truck Simulator and ATS 2, but they are kind of the bread and butter of the channel. But overall, these kind of any of the prime news, or kind of the extended realm of video around those topics, are always just they're always more fact-based. They're never, I never try and clickbait anyone. That's just ultimately annoying. I know some people like to be clickbaited for whatever reason, but that's not me. and so that's not the way I'm gonna ever do it. So that's why for example, the what's coming next after, you know, let's say the Oklahoma and Kansas video like I just did. Sorry for the herky-jerky movements. I wasn't really paying attention there. The title is, some people will say it's a little bit clickbaity, but it's really not. It's the legitimate question I'm asking in the video. What's coming next? It's all opinion based, and that's the way I say it right off the bat in the top of the video. This is just my opinion. You know, it's the way it is. Let's warm up some tires here. Totally not intentional at all. Freak out the cars behind me. I go, what is this lad doing? Not paying attention when he's driving? That's probably why they're staying back, eh? I'm just swerving all over the place. Oh well, that's the way it is. But no, thank you guys so much for the support. It means a lot. You know, doing some of that different content is always nice here and there. There's a lot of cool things coming for the channel. I know I keep saying it, and you guys are like, well, when's stuff coming, Prime? Well, I can tell you it is, like, literally just around the corner now. And in fact, if for some of those who may have some keen eyes, you may have noticed that there are some just little details popping up here and there that I'm kind of hiding and stuff. And that's kind of the stuff that you can expect. There's some cool things, and I'd be interesting if you guys can find some of the differences. They're pretty hard to find, I will tell you that. It's not across everything, I'll tell you that, but there's some cool changes coming. And obviously the ones that are out kind of in little teasers right now, just kind of starting to roll out, are just a fraction of what's kind of happening. It's not the end of the story, let's just call it that. So it's really, really cool. It's really exciting. Prime Simulation, as I continue to say, is on an upward trend, not just in the sake of, you know, numbers. That's unfortunately YouTube culture and how the algorithm works and just how the nature of the beast is. But when it comes to just overall, I'd say quality, especially on the commentary side, I am doing my very best to both be myself and then also have a little bit more of a natural flow. Honestly, I just try to be myself, and by doing more of these videos, and over time, it's now a few years now that I've been actually uploading on YouTube, which is crazy to think. I've come a long way, both in the way that I kind of produce stuff around here, and also, of course, with my commentary and how comfortable I am doing stuff, how I'm able to drive and not crash constantly, which is partly hard work, but mainly practice of talking and, you know, being able to multitask like that. It's just really, really cool. It's really cool to see the progression. A little cringy, not gonna lie. If you go back and watch some of my original videos, it's pretty rough. It's very rough compared to today, and arguably some of the videos today are rough too. I'm not gonna lie about that. We probably should slow down here. Coming in a little hot. Oh, they're braking a little bit too. We got good brakes on this Western Star, which is good. It's a new truck anyways. I don't think we have too many miles on this thing. Actually, where is the odometer on it? Yeah, I think we've only got like 500 and some miles on this truck. So she got good brakes. Let's just say that. She's got good brakes still. And of course the trailer brakes would be working as well. We got plenty of axles on this thing, so you'd hope they slow down. Well, in good old Goodyears. Good quality commercial Goodyears on this truck and trailer combo. So that's always a good thing indeed. Let's get some cinematic action here. I went for the wing today. I never put the wing on the trailer, the gas trailer, in the beta. I never did. Whenever I did, I always did the exclusive light pattern at the back. For those who've customized the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. I've always done that. I never did the wing. And so I decided, you know what, let's change it up. Let's just streamline it. No pun intended. Streamline the trailer a little bit here and just put the wing on it. I think it actually looks pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So it looks like we're coming up into... wait, is it... Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, is it Billings? I think it's Billings, right? I just completely... Oh, come on, Western Star, you can do it. Yeah, come on, you can do it. I believe it's only a 12-speed transmission, of course automatic because we're in a newer truck. I believe it's only 12-speed today, so it's, you know, a powerful engine. I think it's like 600 horsepower, I do believe, ish. one of the top of the line ones, of course. Big shock there. But the transmission is definitely not the greatest for heavy deliveries, but it's handling it quite well, so I'm not going to complain there. I think the light rotations have actually gotten longer in American Truck Simulator. Not gonna lie. I think a few of you actually pointed out that, you know, especially the turn signals have gotten, or like for example, the advanced left, whatever, they have definitely changed and are more dynamic. But I do feel like the overall light rotations have, and timings have been adjusted there. There's also another cool thing that came in with the beta, which I never actually covered in any Prime News or anything like that. But it was actually the fact that there's rotate, like the triangles or tri-display signs, like the roadside signs. They're, for those who don't know, they're advertisement boards that have basically strips of, you could think of like a triangular prism. So then they just rotate, and each side of that triangular prism has a different segment of a image. So then when it all rotates together, and you can have 3 different, or I think they may even have versions that are 4 as well. But there's, for the triangular ones, there's 3 different displays that can be put on one advertisement board, and just over time it just kind of rotates around and switches. So then each advertisement gets a little bit more of a fair let's see if I can actually say that. Fair advertisement. There we go. Get Prime's brain and lips moving at the same time. Have some fair advertisement time, and you can get more advertisements on one board, higher price, kind of, well, just higher income per board basically, and it just overall works. So it's kind of cool addition. If you notice those around, we're just gonna kind of cheat the system there. Go, not really follow the proper line through that intersection, but whatever. Yeah, it was actually kind of a cool addition that you can kind of pop out or kind of see every here. And I actually found out based off the launch video, but I did watch it. I didn't do a Prime News on that stuff, unfortunately, but I did do community posts on those launches of both the for the 1.47 update for both ATS and ATS2. I've done the beta. 98% of the stuff was the exact same. The only things that changed were the fact that, well, they added the boards, I believe, in just American Truck Simulator, maybe in Euro Truck Simulator 2 as well. I honestly can't quite recall that one. But there were a few interesting things that were added within the update that, you know what, they're pretty good. Some people will have their opinions on, you know, was the 1.47 update actually that good? I would like to say yes, but I know some of you would think that I have a bit of a bias because, well, I do this as like a content creation thing. You know, some people may have the, you know, the kind of vision of like, if I fake it and say that everything's great, I'll get more stuff from the company. I mean, that's not really the case. I mean, maybe there'd be a bit of it there, but honestly, I speak my mind. That's what I feel. SCS Software appreciate what a lot of us content creators do, and they help us out with some early access stuff, but in no way is there, you know, I don't know. I don't know if there'd be bias on that kind of stuff. I know as far as I'm aware, a lot of stuff is random, but I'm not going to get into that too much. But long story short, as far as I know, there shouldn't be any issues with that. We're going to go around this way and hope I'm not going around the wrong direction. It's kind of like a 50-50 shot. As far as I know, it probably should go around this way to deliver it, but knowing my luck, I should have driven in the other way around here. So let's see what we can do. Did I get it the correct way? I think I may have. Yes, I did. Well, would you look at that? That was luck. That was luck there, people. Let's go ahead and slam on the brakes, and there we go. Nice delivery. Great to be back here in ATS. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I certainly enjoyed the delivery overall. It's great to be back here in American Truck Simulator. Red, white, and blue. Nice combination on the truck and trailer. Of course, the trailer is amazing. The ownable gas trailer. Beautiful, beautiful thing. The Western Star, nice classic. Well, I don't want to say classic, but, you know, it's a great truck here in American Truck Simulator. Sounds are good overall. Let me know if you have any recommendations for future videos, whether it be mods, different deliveries, so on and so forth. comment down below. I'll be checking those out. I always like the different ideas. I've got plenty of things planned around the channel, as I continue to say, but a lot of cool things are coming, so just stick it out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.